This
Here.
conference will now be recorded.
Can you hear us? Scott?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we're just doing roll call now. Here. Commissioner Warren?
Here.
Mayor Welsh? Here.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather here to work toward common goal, we ask for your presence to guide, direct our decisions. We know your will is good for all members of our community. We also pray for our police, the fire department, and city workers for the safety and the work they do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Where's Nick?
Yes, there are some deletions to the agenda. We would like to remove the recognition of visitors, their awards of proclamation. We would also like to remove the dangerous structures under new business item number 2.
Okay, are there any additions?
We do have one addition, the hospital resolution. I believe you have a copy of that.
We're looking at the copy side.
I have a copy of it, yes.
Okay. Okay. Motion for the approval of the agenda for the deletion of the awards and proclamation and new business number 2 and the addition of the hospital fund.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
There's a delay. I just want to bring it to your attention.
It really seems strange to do anything when I'm the only one not there, but yes, aye.
Thank you. The motion is passed. We are going to move to the consent agenda, which is the approving of the minutes, authorizing and signing the annual state assurance from the Kansas Department of Electronics and Tourism, and continuing use of the recreational facilities funded by land and water conservation grant funds. Approve a new cereal malt beverage for the Family Dollar. And resolution authorizing a public meeting of the governing body to attend the budget retreat starting at 8 a.m. May 9, 2020 at the Warren Cabin in our Kansas City.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passed.
New business. Consider approval of city insurance coverage for property, liability, vehicles, and equipment.
Is there any discussion?
This vote went over Friday, right?
Yes.
I so move that we approve the city insurance coverage for property, liability, vehicles, and equipment for EMC.
I second it.
We're still going to look into getting cyber liability later date, correct?
What?
Yes.
Cyber liability at a later date, correct?
Yeah, you were supposed to check in on that.
We're gonna look into that at later time.
Okay.
Later times.
All right. Yeah,
All in
thank,
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Who seconded that? I'm sorry.
New business number 3.
Number 2, consider a resolution authorizing the city to purchase a 4-wheel drive Kubota 72-inch cut mower with side discharge and a suspension seat from John Schmidt Sons of Winfield for an amount not to exceed $15,270.
Discussion? Can I make the motion?
Question. Larry, on this comment, still have time to work on those properties, all the, after that, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If they probably have to come in, they may schedule your total officer to get back.
We were doing that.
Okay, well, what are we doing?
We're just going to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's work out. So 3 became 2.
Yeah, 3 became 2.
She read that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no question, but I move that we authorize the city of Arkansas City to purchase a 4-wheel drive Kubota and 2690 72-inch cut mower with side discharge and suspension seat from John Schmidt Sons with an amount not to exceed $15,270.
Second. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Motion carried.
And so now the new number 3 will be consider funds request from South Central Kansas Medical Center.
See the wording. Commission options there or which level of. Says tax 45, 57, 142, 64.
I'll second that motion. Question?
Continue.
I have no objection to doing that. In the future, the states, for expenses and supplies incurred, I would like to have a itemized statement of what the expenses are. Future.
Okay, any other questions? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay. That passes. City manager update.
Okay, Leslie, you want to turn off your speaker and just let me talk for a little bit? And then when I get done, then you can turn the speaker on and I can answer questions that way. So there's not a lot of feedback. All right, commissioners, there's a lot going on right now. Leslie, turn your mic off.
Speaker up.
I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Leslie's mic can be off for now. I mean, keep the speaker on, just turn the microphone off. Okay, I'm going to talk just for a few minutes. There is a lot of action going on right now at the state of Kansas level with KDHE announcing that they are physically closing the schools, but they will be opening or having some sort of distance type learning. They're still working out the kinks and trying to come up with a plan of exactly how that's going to work. Also, the state governor did declare that the state of Kansas non-essential employees will be put on administrative leave, and they are actually going by department and trying to look at critical staffing levels, who's needed, and those essential employees. Here at City Hall, we did have municipal court today. I believe it did went okay. Unfortunately, I do not think that we're going to be able to continue having we're not going to continue having court session like we have. I think we're going to go ahead and postpone court or move the court dates for the next few weeks until the first part of April, until we can get a better handle of what's taking place. Also, once we do have a confirmed case of coronavirus in Arc City or in Cali County, we will shut down City Hall to the public. We will remain open for business, with the exception of we just won't be open to the public. So we'll have people man the phones, and we'll be down to essential personnel as well, because with school being out, it causes just a lot of different concerns and questions for us that we're just going to have to, over the next several days, try to figure out what to do. Also, I need to be in contact with the rec center and the school district. We need to make a determination rather quickly, given the governor's position and the Kansas Department of Emergency Management, whether or not we should even open the swimming pool this year or IYQ camp. And so that's something we're going to have to discuss here rather quickly. Some of the other items, the governor did put out a couple executive orders, one of which does not allow utilities to shut off service for the time being. Also, gatherings of 50 or more people, although there are several exceptions to the rule, are not allowed to gather. One of the biggest things that we're going to have to visit with our local business owners with on that 50-person rule is the buffets. If you have a buffet type service, you are to serve the patrons and customers of your facility, and it's supposed to be a certain amount of distance between each of the tables, and you're supposed to try to maintain that 50-person rule if possible. But there is some exceptions to that. But the biggest one is with our local buffets, they're going to have to actually serve the food themselves. They cannot let individuals handle the food. Also, it's just it's a day-by-day type situation. We're learning and we're reading more, and I think everyone's kind of in the same boat. But I would like to open it up to questions right now if I could. And I also here when I get done. Jeff Bowman is available too. I would love for Jeff to give a status of where the hospital is at and their operations. We've been in constant contact with the county health department and with the county emergency management, with the school districts as part of our ICS program, but we are definitely learning and adapting to the situation. But with that, I'll open it up to questions. Leslie, you'll have to unmute.
Okay. Nick is Canyon. Did you say that the buffet will have to serve people?
That is correct. The direction in the executive order states that for buffets, the service has to actually be delivered by the individuals behind the counter and actual employees.
Okay.
It's in the executive order that was emailed out earlier today. So you do have a copy of that. I believe Andrew sent that out. So take a look at it. If you have any questions, I can discuss it further with you or with any business owners after this.
Thank you.
I think this.
What was that, Dwayne?
Oh, I didn't know if you could hear me.
What gatherings are postponed or canceled? I know the grant writing workshop was canceled. State of the city. Is the train show still going on? Fourth Friday, 3 things. Okay, I'll answer that question. Leslie, you can mute it for a second. All public gatherings that are city-owned functions or city-operate functions, and any of those that are taking place in the agribusiness building, the Northwest Community Center, or the Senior Center, or the Hogan, all of those have been canceled, and they'll be refunded. We've reached out to everyone involved, from my understanding, and the reason for that is we need to maintain facilities. And given that the school district, all their facilities are closed, that creates kind of a unique thing where they may actually have to utilize city facilities, but also emergency management may need to utilize our facilities. It just depends on how bad things get, but we want to make sure that all of our facilities are ready to go and clean, and they are not disrupting anyone. As far as other events, that is totally up to them and their organizations to cancel. They have to follow the governor's orders, executive order, but outside of that, the city is not regulating anything in excess of what the governor has already stated.
Is there anything case
Don, I saw Don alcohol.
sorry,
Don is alcohol. John Osenbach is alcohol for your executive session.
we're going to move into executive session. We're going to recess into a 1-hour executive session to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel pursuant to KSA 35-4319 B1 to discuss potential candidates for the city.
Before you go into executive session, could you please have Jeff Bowman speak to you in regards to what's taking place at the hospital? I think he would greatly appreciate that, and I think the commission needs to be, and the public needs to be updated of their operations.
He's on the phone.
Jeff? Bowman?
Matt, is he on by phone or is he on computer?
I can see Jeff on our screen, but I don't know if he's available or not. He was texting or chatting earlier, but I do not see him. He's still on the phone, but I just don't think we can hear him. He is texting now, if we can hear him or not. We'll try to see what we can figure out.
Okay, now talk. Andrew?
Jeff?
We're going to try to have him call into the Polycom.
Statement on the hospital and pandemic. Oh, great. Hello. No, thank you very much. You're welcome. Try to
Second. I like to extend the time to 5 minutes.
Okay. 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Be 7:05.
Will you guys be calling my cell? Will you guys be calling my cell phone for that?
Yeah, we're gonna hook you up.
All right.
Okay, we're going to session. There will be no action taken.
Do you need anybody else in there?
I'm just gonna separate.
No, do you need anybody, any other staff? Do you need the city attorney? Just the commission? Okay. And Don. This is just, I'm gonna leave this right. Hey, Andrew, do you want me to leave the mic on?
We're doing the best we can.
Yeah, go ahead. If it gets feedbacky, I might take over or something. I don't know.
I thought you said you couldn't do that.
Oh, I'm back in charge of it, I think. Ugh.
They actually want to get Scotty on the line. Thank you.
Your next office. Decent. How are you?
On that lane out there.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Christopher, not very well. Thank you, I appreciate that. The judge, Kristen and I had, one in big, had one office, it was just the three of us, the judge unit was hot. But I don't have any external sound system or anything. That was only one connection. Right, it was one computer and everybody else remoted in from outside.
Well, it's like, how much of it's coming in by the web, by phone?
Anyone who took their iPad needs to disconnect.
I tried to shut it off. Am I still on?
Yeah. Yeah, he said you were still on, that you had to disconnect. He said, looks like Dwayne is still on. Dwayne needs to disconnect. Oh,
Turn it off.
you click the, like you leave over here.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh. Maybe can you too?
That's the worst. I feel terrible.
Are you sure everybody's out? Because he doesn't want the public over here. No, he said Dwayne is still on.
Okay, where's he at? He was taking a bathroom break, I heard.
Oh.
So.
Matt, if you can hear me, it's showing he has a gray mic that's pulsing, but it's not something I can control. I'm not hearing anything now, so maybe you solved it. For anyone still on the line, this is Andrew Lawson, the Public Information Officer. The Commission has recessed into a 1-hour executive session to discuss matters of non-elected personnel and consider candidates for the city manager position. So there will not be really any more action in the meeting. Whenever they do come out of the executive session, they'll just reconvene and adjourn. There will not be any additional business. However, we are going to leave this stream continuing just to comply with the Kansas Open Meetings Act. If you have any questions, you can chat at me in the window or just holler. Thank you.
too bad that he's such an expert.
Well, then you need to be here. Everybody else.
Hi.
Are you here?
Hi.
Yep.
Hey, the amp is turned off.
Yeah, didn't realize that was the issue.
No, that definitely seems to be helping. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm going
Okay.
home.
So if we just leave this running, then I think we'll capture the ambs whenever they come back out.
Capture the end, we didn't capture the rest of it. Andrew,
What?
what do we need to keep it running for? I mean, the rest of it didn't get recorded either.
Just the motion to adjourn. I've got a recording going on the stream.
Yeah.
Karen said she'd get the motions to adjourn. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just leave it running anyway, but
Yeah. Well, good, because through all the chaos, we forgot to punch the DVD recorder, but you know.
yeah, that's what she said.
It's a miracle we got as far as we did, really, in my book.
Well, I think people will understand. And again, we're not under any obligation to actually record this. We just have done it, so.
Yeah. Well, consider it a good test run to at least we know what we need to do in the future.
Well, there's several different issues. One, I lost my navigation bar halfway through and I can't get it back. Like there is no way to get it back, which means I couldn't switch back the caller list to mute people. So I'm going to have to figure out what the heck happened there. And then, yeah, when the callers were popping on, it was like whack-a-mole to try to mute them fast enough. I thought there was a master mute function on this thing, but I could never find it. Maybe it's because I gave up the presenter mode.
Yeah, there's a mute all on this screen.
If you click the part on the right to show all the users, then
Yeah, the next thing is I thought we would have more video feeds that would be worth showing, so we probably should just had it on camera, live and learn. Not that we recorded anything anyway, but and I forgot to switch to show my screen mode for the agenda, but they move so fast through the thing I couldn't have kept up anyway.
Right. Well, of course, with two organizers in here, I'm wondering if I hit mute all and it didn't do anything. So
yeah, I think we were like conflicting with each other. We probably should have had her log out and yield it back to me, but there wasn't time.
Yeah.
Why is Bob?
All right. Well, the good news is we haven't paid for this yet. We're still on our trial, so we can always try another vendor, I guess.
Hang on one second. Sorry. Yeah, well, I think this can work, but the presenter mode leaves something a little bit to be desired, and I need to probably run some tutorials or something. But I'm going to use it in a couple meetings Thursday, so we'll see how that goes, if it's any better.
Okay.
Otherwise, sort of successful first run. I'm leery of doing a totally remote meeting with them on it without like doing a dry run or something.
well, we couldn't hear much of anything. I could,
In the room.
right.
Yeah, so that's why I had to turn up the desktop speakers on the computer, and then that was adding another feedback variable as well.
Well, yeah, I think if we'd had the amp off and just gone full bore on the speakers, that would have probably done it because they basically would have heard themselves.
Right.
In the stream. We'll have to play around with it. For as little prep as we were able to put together, I think it went fairly successful. And we did have 3 callers on the line. Was Shellman there at the meeting, or did he call in?
Yes, he came, sat in one of the front chairs for about, 10 minutes? I think he showed up late.
Okay, well, better than nothing. And I have no idea how Jeff logged in and had no audio. That was the funkiest thing ever.
Said web.
I don't think he was using the app. He just logged in through the website, and I think he wasn't getting all the audio options. He was
yeah, I couldn't even
doing the stream, and that was it.
Right. Okay, well, the Polycom worked though, right?
Yeah, I called Scott and got him on, and they're all set.
I mean, it worked for Jeff though, right?
Yeah, when he called.
He actually called Karen's phone, or Karen called him, and she just played it on her speakerphone.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, I gotta take this. I gotta talk to Bob real quick, but I'll be back.
Okay.
So are we just gonna leave this on?
Hey, sorry.
shut off the overhead.
After action report on that.
Thinking so. We're not really gonna,
What is that?
So-
He's wanting the info.
yeah.
Right.
This room's connection to the outside world is this computer.
So if he shuts it off, I have to shut that off and we're done. No, but I mean the laptop. Shut down.
If he closes the meeting, I mean, yeah, you can shut the laptop down or we can just let it run till the morning. I will shut this off since we are recording.
Everything's getting canceled. I am not putting this out there, but on the call today with the league, they're running projections that if these measures don't take in the next 2 weeks, that the national death toll could be upwards of 2.2 million. And
If he's on the call, he should turn his mic
War
off.
II in a hospital facility.
That's all that.
I mean, that was like, what? Friday.
We're gonna do things remotely. Just keep the sound system in this room off. It'd be better to hear them faintly than having all that feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be
Oh, well.
for some time.
Not an audio tech by radio.
Yeah, let's cancel. I'll call him. I actually had Debbie ask him today, so I'm gonna have to cancel this. So outstanding student is suspended. We won't do it in the fall, if anything. So I'm terminating that. I've got 2 committees meeting on this system. We'll try it on Thursday. It'll work better every once in a while. The problem was having them all in a room and.
Yes,
I don't know.
love it too. Choice of cheesecake to do, the rice and beans or ground beef.
He's talking maybe shutting down City Hall tomorrow. I don't know if he's made that decision. We're having a department head meeting by teleconference. One thing you could help me with, if you're still gonna be in at all, we probably will need to update some crap on Channel 7 because we've got like City Hall hours. I disabled the slides for like all the outside facilities.
I let him know before that.
Once we go City Hall, then
And then that's what he's doing.
if you want to just hide that slide when we do it and just a clean blank slide and just copy paste my release
Or I
text
can just
to you,
flip the speaker.
because I'll keep it fairly short. We're basically going, so you all close the public, here's how to access these services, here's the
Yeah.
something along those lines. I mean, he's not gonna be able to do it tomorrow, because we're gonna have to
That's
plan
my
how
hope,
we're gonna
believe.
do this. Probably by Thursday or Friday, I expect a little bit of true. Yeah, you might be the only one in the building. Well, they're gonna have some people in finance, but beyond that, it's gonna be a ghost town. Which that'll be the next thing, because they passed the bill today
Well,
so the chief justice can now suspend speeding
true.
and statutes. So I expect that we'll probably not have. Okay, I just want to let you know. Disc. Which means there won't be anything on YouTube.
Well,
Ramp it up.
I'll take that laptop back down and close up the basement and
Any other emergencies right now?
see what's going on.
Oh, you shut that one down.
I brought it up here, but we didn't
So
use it.
that one is open, all I need to do after is shut that down.
Just shut it down. I'll come up here tomorrow and grab all this stuff.
Okay.
Did you get the
All I need to do is shut it down and, log out.
I mean, it wasn't much new, but like they're basically We're trying to get everyone to report their PPE status to us.
Thank you, sir.
Turn the lights off so when they come back in here.
Yeah, we almost need you freed up to handle everything else that's gonna happen. We're still gonna have the same old shit like weather and all this stuff, but like it's a whole nother layer of crap. But we're in virtual JIC activation. The PIOs are gonna be
If for any reason these speakers need to be hooked up with the port on the left.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll do my best to try to loop you in. Well, honestly, if you need to steer everything to the health department, they're the lead agency. Tom Langer is the incident commander. Yeah, let them handle that shit. They've got a line. I don't remember the number what I get to. They've got a dedicated question and answer line, and just steer people to that. We should honestly. Yeah, exactly. And we should, and they know that, and they get those, and they're fine. That's why they want to be in the loop of what we're doing. They'll feel it. We should not be addressing health crap. The only thing we are going to talk about is what we're doing. But yeah, we're figuring out a framework. Talk to the health department. Well, I mean, they have closed down buffets and basically haven't. Oh. Well, I mean, the governor's executive orders are pretty detailed. So, did you get a copy of those? Okay, good. I thought I sent it to you. I just want to make sure. Yeah, he went over that tonight with them and kind of explained what's going on. But I mean, shit, the developments are coming out to Topeka so fast we can't even keep up. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Recommended. There's not going to be much crossing the state lines, and then. Yeah, I know people are postponing meetings. Everything got canceled on Pam's schedule, and she's like, "Well, I'm going to go in for a surgery," and I'm like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" First off, I don't think they're going to do it because if it's elective, that's going to get canceled anyway. And secondly, I'm like, I wouldn't want to be in a hospital right now if I didn't absolutely have to be. I cancel my crap. I'm just. I wish I'd taken care of my issue beforehand, but it's too late now, so I'm just going to suffer through it. I burn a hole in my esophagus. Oh well. Okay, we'll be in touch. Yeah, I think if you don't hear from me by noon tomorrow, give me a call because I'm sure we'll decide some shit in the morning that I'll probably be furiously working on the next release for. I've sort of already pre-drafted a City Hall closure one, but I think I'm going to have to tweak it, so. You might talk to Matt and see if he's got a backup MiFi that you could use too. I've got one, and I've actually had to switch to it. I had an AT&T outage yesterday. I don't know if he has any extras. Okay. I mean, like I said, worst. Okay. I'll tell you what, just once we lock it down, just spray the whole thing down and wipe everything down with Lysol, and it'll probably be good to go. It probably won't be even bothering you. If we get a like majorly severe situation, I can come in. I would probably stay in my office. Just safe side. So it's like, bear down on this. I'll be there, but barring that or something crazy like a riot, I will probably do everything from here as much as possible. I don't know. Yeah, there's still no cases here, but I saw a second one in K County, so I'm gonna be stunned if it's not here in a week, and it's gonna come in from the damn casino. They even asked about that on the call, and we're like, what are we gonna do? It's in Oklahoma and it's tribal. Unless Trump orders that shit shut down. Yeah, if it didn't come in from there, it's gonna come in from Butler. It's gonna happen, and we're gonna panic, but people are already panicking, so at least at the stores. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks. Anyone still there? Hello? Okay. Hello? 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 Is that you, Leslie?
We got home.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott.
See you.
Take care. Safe travels, you guys.
Just come. See you guys. We'll be in touch.
Wait a minute. Who's somebody recording that? I've got Andrew. Oh, right on.
I'm recording.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Oh, we need to start raising our right hands to the yellow line. Why? Because people don't know who's voting, looking at us on the screen.
Okay. I can do that.
Oh, you can do both.
So you're gonna
Okay.
want to place that, Kathy?
That's what I got nominated to stay for. See ya. So Jay made the motion, Dwayne seconded it.
Scotty said yes to.
And we ended.
Jay made the motion to adjourn and Dwayne seconded it.
I think
the motion carried.
Yeah.
Motion carried
I think you
unanimously.
should watch the break. You could come up with some really cool stuff.
What? This is John Shellman's.
Cover for his phone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy.
Good night, y'all.
Night. Very good.
Meeting adjourned at 6:59.